Let me get right up close to the mic. Midna, please try not to knock anything over. Welcome, welcome. This is the first art stream that I'm attempting on YouTube. It's going to be scuffed. There's going to be technical difficulties. As you just saw very briefly, in fact. Put your nose, like, right here. Put your nose here. Oh, an ear will do. There's a puppy here. At the moment on screen, I've got a reference photo of the dog I'm going to be painting. That's going to be switched out with a live cam of our sofa. And you're going to be on it, huh, Midna? She barks. She barks. She does unladylike cleaning rituals. But I figured people would want to see the dog. And so the dog we shall have. I have lovely canvas. I have lovely art setup. We're trying to be professional, but what that means in reality is there's about 3 different cameras that can go wrong here today and many other things besides. So do let me know if there's technical difficulties, if there's buffering, if my internet is rubbish, or if the sound needs adjusting. I think we've gone through pretty much everything. You've already nudged things, huh? You've already nudged them. You can lie there, but you're gonna be on video. That's the deal. And if you move back to the sofa, that's fine too. I'll just tilt it up again. You ratty dog. Let's get drawing. So yeah, I am somewhat nervous about having never painted a white dog before. This could go terribly wrong. Want me to post on my Discord? Only if you feel like it. I'm kind of treating this more as a technical test than anything. I let my mum know I'm going to be streaming, so she might be swinging by. I don't think she'll be messaging, but she might. Are you sniffing? I pointed the camera down at the floor and now your head is on my leg. Midna, go. Get out. I know you struggle backing up. It's not one of your strong suits. Go be cute in front of a camera. So I was gonna do the pencil sketch off camera, but decided against it in the end. Hi, C-Mum. Yeah, we don't really have, because you're not Do-Mum anymore. We don't have like a specific name for you anymore, huh? Wait, so it's here to here. So yeah, this is how I do my pencil sketches. It's pretty slow. And then to about here. You know what? I'm gonna do something nice for Moopy. I will be right back. I know this is like all over the place. I knew it was gonna be all over the place to start the stream. I'm just gonna set up her dog bed for her. She clearly doesn't want to be on the sofa right now. There we go. Maybe she'll stay put there now. Or maybe not. We'll see. She's so spoiled. Yes, good girl. There's a good girl. There we go. Now we've got puppy cam going on. Took a little bit of time. Right. Painting. Also, how's the resolution, by the way, Pal? Because I know on Twitch, they actually have really high resolution. You just have to, like, play with some settings on the OBS side. Because on the playback, it looks really bad on YouTube. Right. So the camera that I'm using to record Midna with was actually a Christmas gift, but the focus doesn't really work. There isn't a focus function, and so I can't use it for recording artwork because it's just, my artwork is too close to the camera and it just refuses. And I was like, what can I use this camera for? That's, my hand's a bit blurry, that's fine. I would rather the canvas is more in focus than my hand. What was I saying? Oh, the camera. What can I point this camera at that is like over 2 foot away? The answer is Midna. So there we go. Poor girl. She's fine. I didn't give enough space. Okay. This is why I do the grid, so I can work out spacing. We're in for the long haul. So the nose is like kind of like there, which means the lip has to go down to there. Isn't much of a difference, but it makes a pretty big difference in terms of whether your dog looks silly or not. Then we do this, and then the lip. This is the reason why I usually do this part off camera, because it takes a very long time. And we want below halfway. I've tried so many different music tracks at this point. The streams. Spent so long on Spotify listening to all of the stream safe stuff, and I just keep going back to video game lo-fi. Old habits, I guess. I just can't. How was your day today, Tic Tac? I'm guessing you had work. Oh no, you were deciding whether you were going to cover somebody's shift or not, right? There's a good dog. She just lying there being cute. There we go. So this is kind of like this. Right. Do I do the eyes already? Chill, no work, couldn't be bothered. Mentally prepping to see Zana. When is the Zana concert? I know I could Google it, but I'm not going to Google it right now. I've got to be honest. Wednesday. Goodness me. And did you end up having your hair re-dyed? I know you were thinking about it. I really don't want this dog to end up looking like a Chihuahua. But we'll just have to see. This poor dog, it'll look better when I paint it, I swear. Oh dear. Okay. It's because she's got a toy in her mouth. That dog has a mood. She's something. I don't know how I feel about... You know what? Let's double check and see what the stream looks like from your end. I'm curious. Okay, I've just got my own stream up now so I can kind of see an actual feedback. It's nowhere near as high a resolution as Twitch. You like the look of the website? Oh, you've been looking at my website. It's good, huh? I've been working on it. Right, back to drawing this dog. I had a tiny little curiosity tangent, but we're fine now. Right, so you say talented. The problem is right, and this is gonna sound really cocky for a bit. I have too many skills at this point in terms of art. So like, I can paint, but I don't really want to be painting. I want to be making really cursed stuff like I used to do on my old YouTube channel. But also I can make emojis and I can do like this, that, and the other. And so committing to like, oh, I'm gonna do pet portraits was such a difficult decision for me. Tal knows what I'm like. Tal knows my struggle for committing to one artistic, she's humble too. She's so rude. Tal knows like how I struggle committing to one creative endeavor, let's just put it that way. Oh my goodness, the amount of stuff I want to do. You gotta pick one if you want to get like really good at it. Otherwise I'm just gonna be mediocre at everything forever. That's like, I could do that. I don't really want to though. I'm sorry dog. I'm gonna fix your eyes later, I promise. I promise. I won't leave you looking like this. Midna's just like fully unconscious now. Oh, the fish. No, I was like, do I want to make a video out of this painting? Not really. I've just made a video out of the painting before that I did. Well, like I haven't edited it yet, but it will be a video. So what better thing to test? Streaming on YouTube. Zammy. Sub-only chat, but you have to wait exactly 2 minutes before it lets you. It should only make you wait 1 minute. And the reason I did that is because, so I used to do gaming content on YouTube, right? And when I did gaming content, you would constantly end up with like spam accounts coming in. And it doesn't matter what filters you put on. Yeah, Tal's saying it now. It stops the bots. Because if, like, I tried for a while having it so that if you were subscribed, you could message in chat straight away. They just sub and unsub. They probably have like some automated thing that does it for them even. They don't even have to do it anymore. Right, so this comes down to about here. Right, we're getting the squiggles involved. You can tell that I'm really confident about what my pencil's doing when it's just squiggles. You can't even see the squiggles. YouTube, I am shocked and appalled by the quality of the video right now. Maybe if I turn the brightness down. Can you guys see the pencil mark that I've just put like here, where the back of my pencil is? Or is the delay just huge? Like if I turn down the brightness a little bit, maybe? YouTube is struggling with something. That's all I'm gonna say. I'll commit to doing one full stream, but at the moment, I'm already thinking about going back to Twitch. I just thought it'd be nicer for... Like, for example, my mum's probably not gonna use Twitch. Whereas here, she can watch. Alright, let's get some progress on. You subbed and waited an agonizing 2 minutes to say that you can't stay. You just needed something to comfort you before you go back at your game. You're terrified of it. What game? I know I'm distracting you from it right now, but we can see that. Wait, we can't see that tiny squiggle. Does that mean that you can see it? I'm guessing so. I'm gonna watch back this stream afterwards, and if it looks as bad for you guys as it does for me on my playback, we're not using YouTube anymore. That's all I'm gonna say. Not AC? Wait, what do you mean by AC? Where's your knucklebone dog? There. Oh, by the way, I should put warnings in now. When Midna inevitably starts barking at something outside, it is going to rupture your eardrums. Sorry. FNAF Secret of the Mimic. The jump scares aren't scary, but the encounters are. The animatronics have aura. I have watched a lot of FNAF because I enjoy watching horror games be played, but I cannot play them myself because I am a wussy wuss. And it's something that I've just kind of been at peace with. Also just horror films. Can't really do any of them. Okay. AC is Assassin's Creed. It's also air conditioning, and it's also the first half of AC/DC. So I can't really see in my reference photo what the toy looks like that's right here, because it's in black and white right now. So I'll just do this, and then when we change to a color image, I'll like fix it. That's fine. Did I butcher your message? We can't see that tiny squiggle. I swear that's what I said. I swear that's what I said. Okay. This poor dog. She's so pretty in the picture, and I'm just making her look... No, ugly stage. Believe in the ugly stage. The ugly stage means that things will get better. They will get better than this. I'm so sorry, sweet girl. Not you, Tal. Right, so this is where your toy is in your mouth, and then it kind of goes like that. You said we can't see it. I assume that means you can see it. Oh, right. Yeah, I did misread that part, I guess. You can't see any squiggles. There's no squiggles in this entire region. You can't see any of them, huh? I just want to know how things show up. Like, that's on screen. So I can see that on OBS. We're going to see if it comes up on the plot twist Sammy's blind. I was going to say, you shouldn't really be watching art content if you're blind, but who knows? AI is so good nowadays. Maybe there's like a audio description of this stream already being like live cast. Highly doubt it. Right. So far so good though. Only partly. Right, we're having a coffee break. So far the right side of my screen is pretty boring, huh? It's just a dog that hasn't moved. And her eyes are closed and that she's not even... I don't want to get up and turn the camera so that you guys can see her adorable face because then she'll wake up. But I kind of want to. I'm gonna try. If I'm really stealthy, maybe. I'm not a very stealthy person. Oh, I thought I'd done it. Oh, big stretch. Oh, is he so cute? You got an ad while watching a movie on YouTube that says it's an AI college where you can join and have an AI guide you through whatever course you want to take. Oh yeah, because AI is not known for misinformation, so I'm sure it's like highly reliable. Right? Right, let's get this dog's body in. So, kind of starts there. And then it runs in tandem with that line. And then it's like... What's the name of that curly shape that's supposed to be like the golden ratio? The body kind of does that. It's a golden ratio curve. Yeah. Yeah. I'm also going to do this for myself because this line doesn't really exist, but it's a shading line and I want the shading line to make it easier for me. I do like the fact that I can talk with my hands on camera, although I do have to hold them kind of like weirdly high up. Why is my course saying... What? That doesn't equal 2. Although I am really glad you didn't make a joke with different numbers in it. Okay, up here. Down to here. Fluffy. Down. And then... kind of like that. Okay. That's the point. What the point is that the numbers are wrong. Right. Don't be saying numbers to me. I'm an artist. You know I don't do numbers. You know that's not my life. If I could do numbers, I would have got a job that gets me money. You know? Okay. We're getting there. She's quite cute. Oh, you're making fun of the AI courses. And the AI doesn't lie. Right, so the only time I've ever used AI is like the Google search engine thing that just comes up automatically. But apparently there are some things that it is really good at. There are also a lot of things that I hate that it can do, especially in terms of artistically. Apparently I should have been doing my job search because I've been looking for like actual employment. Apparently the whole time I've been looking for actual employment, I should have been putting them all into an AI and getting them to like sort the job listings based on how close they are to my house. Apparently AI can do that. And I've just been doing it all myself, like individually looking up every single job on Google Maps. Because that's how I've always done it. Oh my goodness, that dog is so cute. Look at how she's sleeping. I wish I could like point the camera down just slightly more. Like her ears floop up and she's so cute. I'm sorry, I've got the cutest dog. It's just true. She's so leggy. Okay, right. I'm doing not even a painting yet. It's a drawing at the moment. I haven't even. Okay, let's get a colored image up. Let's see if I can also turn the camera down just slightly, since I'm getting up anyway. Oh, I woke you. I'm sorry. I needed a new image. There we go. She's gonna move again, I just know it. Okay. Oh, look at me budging the camera and all. You know what? Let's get you as close as we can. Maybe that'll help YouTube, or maybe it won't. Maybe it will make it way worse. Let's try it right there. Let's see how that goes. Right, now I can see everything in color. So I can see that this actually goes like this. I like doing my initial sketch with my reference image in black and white, because it just helps me work out the shapes of things better. Right, and then your paw goes like this, and then across, and then down at about the midpoint. Right, and then your toy is like everywhere. So it's like this. She's gone into a little ball. She's got an entire sofa and she just doesn't want it. Okay, nearly there. You're getting some squash. We bought squash from the, what's it called? The UK store. That's not what it's called, but... I don't really know what's going on with this toy, so I'm doing the old AI technique of make a shape and just kind of like guess what's there. It'll be fine. The owners know what the toy is. They don't... That's not really the focus here. Let's connect that. Right, is that all the pink bits? I think so. I kind of want to do one extra tenderly bit though. Like, this doesn't exist in the reference image, but I think it'd be cute. Maybe like that. Just to bring the pink across a bit. Right. This means it's paint time. You've obtained the squash. Right. I've been putting this off for too long. Let's get painting. So, this is where this comes into play. It already looks like there's paint on my palette, but that's actually because I've run out of baking paper, and so I just flipped this paper the other way around. So this side has no paint on it. The bottom where all the water is touching does. Let's roll up my sleeves just a little bit. Why am I so... It's the first time I've painted a white dog, but it's not the first time I've painted a dog with white on it though. It'll be fine. So the way that I paint is I apply everything in very thin layers. And so even if this does go wrong, surely it can't go super wrong, right? Oh, that was barely any. Struggling artists be like... No, it's just like lazy, don't want to go out the house. I have enough money for baking paper. I want to make that very clear. What else do I need? I made the reference image very blue. Oh. I don't want it all blue. Let's do that so I can neutralize it. Neutralize. What do we think of all the cameras? Is it too many cameras? I suppose I haven't really started painting yet, so we can't really make that decision yet. What's like a reasonably large brush? I don't want it huge though. Let's go with this one. It's not very, it's actually quite a small brush. It'll be fine, it'll be fine. So this is how I thin my paint out. The acrylic medium that I just had. Right. Blue, but not super blue. We want it like a little blue. Just a smidgen of blue. Because the carpet was yellow that she's laying on, but white dogs have quite a bit of yellow in them, and so I decided yellow, blue, and pink is like a way nicer color combo. So this is the beauty of having learned how to use Photoshop in university, or just in general, having learned how to use Photoshop. I should just leave it at that. I can just take the color of something and just change it to what I like more. Right. That feels like a good starting point. It's blue. It's not too blue. As was the goal. And then I can kind of layer up from there. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. A nice slate grey. I like neutrals. It's not the size of the brush, it's how you use the brush. And I haven't quite gotten the technique right for using the brush either. Bit disappointing in that aspect. I also did not mix nearly enough paint, so we're gonna have to try and get this exact color again. I don't really know how we're gonna do that. Also, I didn't even realize Midna's probably sulking right now. We almost never have the overhead light on. She doesn't like light. She likes darkness. So she's probably like, why is it so bright in here? Just deal with it, girl. Nice and slow and steady. It's always a relief seeing those grid lines start to go. I hate the grid lines. They are a necessary evil. Can you get fan brushes, like tapered rather than standard? Yes. Like this. So I pretty much only use this one for like very quick grass. Some people are really good with them. I am a big fan of the square brush. And then for really small details, just like a rounded fine point, small as you can get, brushy. I know, that was not the technical name. At the end of the day, as long as your brush is a high enough quality that it's not constantly shedding fibers everywhere, it doesn't really matter what brush you use. And also that's kind of really random because... where is it? There it is. You can see from the handles that these two brushes are from the same pack. This brush, the one that I'm using right now, perfectly fine. This one sheds everywhere. This one is evil. I hate that one. The reason why it's so clean, I used it once and never again. It's now in early retirement. That brush's name is Henry and we don't like Henry. Screw you, Henry. Shedding everywhere. It's gross, Henry. Get it under control. Also, Tal, is it weird that this is the first time I'm doing a stream without an avatar? It's just me. It's just me and my palette and my dog and a canvas and nothing else. There's no on-screen avatar. It's weird for me. I don't know. I kept trying to get the vibe of my avatar right and redesigning. In the end, I'm like, people would rather have a puppy cam than some random avatar. I don't know. It just kind of felt unnecessary, I guess. I'm not the dog. Yeah, I'm painting with telekinesis. I'm just that cool. Yeah, I ran out of paint. Let's remix that color, so like a little bit darker. Oh, this is a banger. I really want to play Mario Odyssey. We've got a Switch now. I say we. Vice, my partner, has a Switch that I can pinch. I don't think he's got Mario Odyssey. That's pretty much the color I had before. I don't know how well it comes up on stream. You know what? Let's cover up this extra squiggle that I did. It can go. It's not in the reference image. I didn't plan for it. You struggling to get comfy? Is it too bright? Is it too bright for the moopy? I'll give you a snacky in a little bit. I'll give you a snacky on camera. She's like, you have my attention. But not yet. Snacky, wait. Wait, snacky. She's so cute. I can't handle it. Big puppy yawn. You're a good girl. You guys are gonna like the snacky that I give her. I wrap it up in a towel. And then she has to get it out, so she like flings it everywhere. I don't know if she'll stay on camera for it. We'll just have to see. Right. She'll get one soon. I like to get her to wait for things. Don't wrap it in me. You wouldn't want the snacky, it's just gonna be dry kibble. I keep saying the word and she keeps looking at me like, are we doing this or not? It's one of those words that she's learned without me teaching her. And Vice does not say snacky, so it's definitely from me. You poor thing. Oh, I don't like how thick the paint I just put down is. You shouldn't be putting thick paint down this early into a painting. It just smushifies everything. I want to get the floor done, Moops. Yeah, good girl. I need more white paint already. Whoop. Tal, you need something more substantial than that. Go make yourself some food, girl. Or is there like none in the house? In which case I understand, but also you need sustenance. Even Moopy has had more sustenance than that today. Go eat a carrot or something. Oh, you know what? I will go get her a carrot in just a sec. I was gonna do the wrappy in blanket thingy, but I think she would enjoy a carrot more. Oh, you had spaghetti for dinner, not toast. You were just trolling me? Spaghetti is more nutritious than toast anyway. We went to Costco the first time the other week. And you could either buy 1 lettuce or 6 lettuces. Is lettuces the right? Anyway, mucho lettuce. And so, of course, we bought 6 lettuces. And so we're having the biggest serving of Caesar salad ever for dinner. Oh, that's dog hair. That's a moopy dog hair. There we go. Okay, that's a good stopping point for now. You want a snack? You want a snacky? Where can I put the microphone where you guys will be able to hear me better? That probably sounds awful. Let's put you right there. I'm still gonna sound like really far away, but it's gonna be better. Okay. You want a snacky? Yeah. Okay. Where did I put the dog towels, huh? I'll give you a proper snacky. A proper one. Oh, what a good girl. This is what we're working with today. In fact, which one is it? That one? I put it all the way at the top? No. Midna, which one is it? Which one is the camera? She's like, you're being so good, Midna. You're being so good. It's this one. Hi. Hi. Oh, what a sweet cat. Oh, I know, I know. Let's do it kind of like that. Hang on, Midna. I don't want people to see my face, but that's fine. Ultra hard mode because she's a smart girl. Okay. This is what we're dealing with. Let's get everything back in the correct position, shall we? So I'd really like it if you did this on your bed. You're headless right now. You're a headless moops. Oh, you disappeared. There we go. People, focus. Get it. Alright, I'm gonna walk past the camera very briefly. Hopefully that will provide you with some entertainment. And the microphone is back in position. And my headphones are back in position. And the Moopy the dog is happy. Rustle, 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 rustle. Okay. What a good girl doing it on camera. She'll work that out really quickly. And whilst she does that, I am gonna mix up. How am I gonna do white fur? Some of the shadows look pink, some of the shadows look blue. There's yellow tinting. Just try not to overthink it. Pick up the white. Squeeze some out. We can always fix it later. You'll be just fine. Oh, I've got grey all over my hand. Right. Let's start off with slightly yellowish. Just a smidge of yellow. There we go. Oh, good, Midna. Good job. She's already opened it mostly. She's so smart. Okay. I feel pretty confident about this. But not like so confident that I'm going to do this without watering it down with heavy quotation marks. It's not water. It's much thicker than that. Let's try that. I like the Moopy cam because I can... Sorry, I only just caught up on chat. I just looked over. I like having the Moopy dog like with a camera because instead of having to look behind me to see what she's doing, I can just like look across. That's pretty great. He should be back. What's the time now? 2 to 3 hours from now. And I'm probably gonna stream right up until he comes home. Right. White dog, Nana, white dog. Oh, that like barely does anything. Maybe I was a bit too cautious. Maybe I saw this coming. Actually, Vice is doing big smart lately. His course requires him to be big smart and it hurts his brain. The amount of new information being crammed in there. I think part of it is as well, like he had a break from school. And that is one of the things that my dad told me, like before I went to university. He was like, don't take a break between school and university. Don't do it because your brain gets out of the practice of information retention. And like writing exams and stuff. Although that being said, now that I have done it, I think it's one of those grass is always greener situations. If I had waited to go to university, I probably would have had a way better idea of what I wanted to do. I definitely wouldn't have done game art, but that's just because AI was in development whilst I was doing my university course, and then by the time I came out of university, all the jobs were dying, right? Which is a shame, but it's just what happens. I am not the only one that has been impacted by that. Maybe it's Maybelline. I just realized that I don't have chat on screen. So sometimes if I'm reading your chat, for example, the Maybe It's Maybelline one, and people are watching this as a VOD, they're gonna have no idea what I'm referencing. They're gonna be like, why did she just sing that? She's got some weird verbal tics. Yeah. They're even worse when Tal's in chat. It's true. It's one of those things where if I hadn't done game art as a university degree and wasted all my time learning all of that stuff that can now be done by AI, I wouldn't have made a gaming YouTube channel, and then I wouldn't have met you, I wouldn't have met Vice, I wouldn't be in Canada right now. Things really do happen how they're meant to happen, I guess. But equally, it does kind of suck. It could be both. Let me make you your peeps. I think you're crazy. Yeah. It's fine. This channel doesn't know yet. It doesn't know that I'm crazy. I haven't posted enough on here yet, I don't think. Right. Also, for this painting, I definitely reverted back to my favorite color combination at the moment, which is pale yellow, desaturated blue, and vibrant pink. The combination of the three I just think is so nice. My favorite painting of last year was those three, and I wouldn't do it for, like, it sounds really weird, I wouldn't do it for male dogs. It's a very soft color combo. And so I think I want it, like, reserved for female pups. How's it going, Moopy? Doing good sniffs? Yeah, you're a good girl. It does not suck that I met you. The university course itself is what sucked. And that's the thing is, right, so yesterday me and Vice were playing 7 Days to Die, and we've never modded that game before, but we decided to, because there's only so many hours you can play a game before you're like, I want some more in this. I want more content, and so we tried modding it. For starters, what I will say is that it didn't go particularly well. We didn't enjoy the mods that we downloaded, and one of them meant that we lost all our stuff and perished. But that's besides the point. That isn't what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about is the icons. The modded icons were all AI. And I was looking at them and the style that they did them in, and it gave me so much existentialism. Because it's like, oh wow, I literally spent 5 years learning how to make icons in that exact style. Now it's just so easily done with AI. What am I doing on this site? Hi! Testing it out. I'm testing it out. We tried to get the Izzy gun pack mod to work and we couldn't. Like the animations for the weapons, we had like 15 arms. No, that's an exaggeration. We had like 3 arms, and there's a patch that you can download to supposedly fix that, and it did nothing. So... Hey, Midna. She's like still searching for food whilst barking. It's so unnecessary. If you're that alarmed by whatever it was you heard, I can't hear because I've got headphones on. If you're that alarmed, then stop searching for food. It's not that big a deal. Just blew everyone's eardrums out for no reason. Okay. Are you nearly all done, Moopy? Because I'm going to move your towels if you are. I think she's nearly there. She just likes to be extra, extra, extra sure, you know? Didn't give enough food, she's asking for more. She's always asking for more. I'll tell you what though, she's put on so much weight since I first got here. When I got here in May, she was a skinny little rat. And now she's just a rat. She's still slim. But she quite often gets like 2 meals and 2 or 3 snackies per day. So don't inhale the dust from your kibble. That's not good for you. There we go. Yeah, I forgot to say, I'm testing this out. So I talked about this at the beginning of the stream. I don't know if we're gonna stay streaming on YouTube. I might literally just scuttle on back to Twitch, but I wanted to give it a go. It had been long enough since I streamed on Twitch that I've got to redo all of the Twitch partnership MacGuffins. And so I was like, why not? Yeah, we needed a name update. How's it going, Moopy? You done? You all done? Yeah? She's gotta make extra sure. Okay, getting into a bit more of a rhythm with this painting now. We'll get there. It takes me a while whenever I haven't painted for a couple days. It takes me a bit to get back into it. Hi, Brat. What are you doing over here? You checking out behind the painting? Is there anything back there? You'd let me know, right? Do you need water? I'm just gonna go fill up her water dish quickly. You got the big convo with your brother going to happen sooner than you thought? Is that what you're saying? Oh, I see. In terms of the name change, is that what you mean? Okay, I'll be right back. In fact, I'll leave the microphone on. Let's do this. Oh, hi! I need those. Thank you. I'm gonna go fill up your water, okay? Right. Okay. So, of course, The fact that I filled up her water now means that she's gonna need to go OUT very soon. But that's fine. I would rather that the puppy is nice and hydrated. I'm gonna leave that for brown, I think. OUT. It's how you avoid letting the smart puppy know what you're talking about. Is that you? Are you smart puppy? Sometimes, huh? Not all the time. You messing with my cables? You leave it. You leave them alone. You can sniff, but you cannot eat. Okay? Sniff only. She's so fascinated by the smell of my paints. I don't really know why. Maybe because, like, I'm so focused on them. There's something about the whole paint situation where she's like, oh my goodness, what is going on here? That didn't do anything. Let's get some red. Oh, what color is that? Does it look red because everything around it is yellow, or... Got me on the TV, saw the thumbnail, didn't look to see who was streaming. You just like the look of it. That is good to hear. Midna, can you get out? There's not enough room right there. Out. I'm still like learning how to do the whole art channel thing, right? That is way too pink. That's so bright. Do I want to go? No, I don't want to go that bright, like at all. Let's scoop this up, get some brown in there. What would neutralize this? Green? Oh, but that means blue, and blue is a lot. Let's try that. That's better. Yeah, I'm still very much learning how to do this whole art YouTube thing. It doesn't really seem to be a thing that YouTube supports anymore. It's too low action. Let's just say that. But we're gonna try anyway. I've got an Instagram post scheduled like every other day from now until like the 6th of February, and I've got shorts content for my channel scheduled up until February as well. That's been coming out for a while now, actually. So I'm trying. I said bread, did I? Midna is just wandering around everywhere. I don't know how well you guys can see the blush that I just put on. I'm gonna call this color blush. It's kind of what it is. But in real life, in person, I should say, it helps a lot. Midna, go. Out. You're knocking over everything on your way out? That's fine. You can see it? Okay. I can't wait to like go back over this stream after it's done and see how everything looked for you guys. You trying to sniff the paint again? You like the paints? What do you want? Is it because you just drank a huge amount of water? I bet you that's what's going on right now. You drank a mad amount of water and now you want the forbidden word that I cannot say. Okay. We don't huff paint, we sniff glue. No! She's my sweet puppy. Don't give her ideas. Good girl. Good settle. I found that if every now and then I just throw a new word in there, like settle, after a few times she picks up on it. Some things better than others. So like every single morning, when we were in BC a while ago, every single morning I would wake up and I would stretch and I would go big stretch when I did it. And after a while, every time I did it, she would stretch with me and it was so cute. Now she just does it every single morning. She'll stand like directly in your way and do a stretch, whether you're doing one or not. It's very cute though. I'm calling it now though, within the next half an hour, she is gonna be screaming for OUT, which is fine. Starting to get rid of that grid. Thank goodness for that, because it was awful. I hated it. Let's take this blush color. Oh, I'm running out of room. Let's just go right in that corner. Make it more brown. And then add quite a bit of black. Nice dark brown, perfect for the inner ear. I'm gonna have to wash this brush though. Yeah, I think that'll do. There it is. I've got my paint on my hands. It's so gross. You're looking straight at me, Midna Rat. I know what you want, but you're doing a good weight. Good weight. It's only fair to me that Midna hangs out in these streams, considering I kind of want these streams to be a reflection of what my life is like at the moment at home. And it's just me and her all day. Well, not all day, but like most of the day. Yep, I like that. You're only here for Midna. Why in art do they not teach you actual painting techniques? I get try and see, but understanding how different paints work and what canvas to use. Right, so what I will say is I think the main reason they don't teach you that stuff is because it's not very important. How do I like explain this? I'm gonna get a smaller brush for a sec, hang on. So what I've found, and this is something that I said earlier in the stream, as long as your brush isn't shedding everywhere, it's not really important what brushes you use. Equally, as long as your paint is not like the cheapest paint from the dollar store, it's like one up from that. You know what I mean? You've got the cheapest paint and the really expensive paint. And as long as you're falling kind of in this range, I mean, you can go for the really expensive stuff if you want, but I'm just saying, like, don't go for like this much on either side of the spectrum, and otherwise it's fine. Most of it is literally just try and find out. And I really wish it wasn't the case, but it kind of is. In terms of like, I should do paint tutorials, but I want most of my stuff to be for people who are interested in animals, not people that are interested in learning how to paint. You know what I mean? The number one thing that I would suggest is just use reference. And you should be spending more time looking at the reference than you are looking at your painting. But it depends on what style of painting you want to do, right? Mine is somewhere between realistic and cartoony. I think nowadays it's far closer to the realistic side of things. But that isn't always the case. I don't know. Oh, sweet Midna Rat. What a good girl. Right, let's do a little bit of this. Midna, quiet. Don't do that, you're fine. I'm gonna mute. Sometimes she's just got a balk. You look up others for that anyway. You can now draw eyes, noses, and lips. Yeah, and right, so this is something that I've always said. For the first like 3 years that I was making artwork, I just looked up anime tutorials. Because initially it's all about being able to replicate what you see. And it doesn't really matter what you see. You could draw anime over and over again. You could draw dogs over and over again. It could be landscapes. It could be your coffee mug. One guy literally just paints the fried egg that he has for breakfast every single day. And once you've trained that connection between your brain and your hands, then you can go out and like learn how to paint other things. At least that's the way I see it. How something is built up. And that's the thing, is I build like from the back forward. So I'll do like basic colors and then basic shadows and then basic highlights, and I like kind of work forward in layers. But some people, they work like a printer. They would do like this one spot hyper detailed and then move like a printer across the page. There's so many different ways to paint, and I think that's the reason why a lot of tutorials will kind of stay away from telling you how to do that side of things, because there's just so many ways you can do it. There's no need to stress somebody out with that. But equally, I understand wanting a step-by-step guide, just so you can try it out. I don't know. I think the number one thing I can say in terms of art advice is do it badly. Whatever it is you're doing, just do it. It will turn out bad. But that's a good thing, because if you look at your artwork and you think it doesn't look good, that means that there's things that you can improve on. Your hands improve in terms of skill, but also your brain has to improve in terms of skill as well. And noticing what about your work is wrong is a skill in and of itself, and you're not going to learn that unless you mess up over and over and over and over. Midna's got her head under my armpit right now. I know, that's you asking really nicely if you can go OUT. Can you wait like 5 minutes? Like, one of the things I love most about pet portraits, and that's kind of why, because like I can paint landscapes and objects and all sorts, right? The reason why I kind of settled on pet portraits specifically is because every single dog, well, and pet in general, is so different from one another that I'm never gonna completely master it. And I think that's great. Your drawing of hands is awful, but I'm going to keep going. I'm really good at drawing left hands. I'm really bad at drawing right hands. I'm sure you can probably guess why. Oh, that's way too much paint. And I think the other thing is, like, you've got to be really kind to yourself. So I suck with water paint. I'm awful with it because I've barely used it. So, like, of course I'm going to be bad at something I've barely used. I'm okay with oils, but that's because oil paint is very similar to how I specifically use acrylic paints anyway. And so if I tried to use charcoals the other day. I got some charcoals for Christmas. I haven't used them since I was like 16. And I tried using them and it just ended up being like a smudgy mess where I couldn't tell anything that was going on, and I hated it. I hated it. And so I scrumpled it up and I just said to myself, It's fine. You literally haven't used charcoals in basically a decade. So we're just gonna accept the reality of that and move on. Same for this dog. I haven't painted a white dog before. If this ends up looking a little odd, I'm just, it's a commission for like a family friend kind of. It's enough of a family friend where I can just be like, I'm just gonna offer them a discount. If it ends up really bad, I'll just be like, I can remake it and you can pay full price, or you can accept a massive discount. And learning process, woo. So we'll see. So far though, I'm relatively happy with this. You did an oil pastel picture, very basic, finally worked out how to use them. Oil pastels, again, very difficult. They're all very difficult. Okay, I am gonna let my dog outside. I said the word. Midna, outside, wait. I'm gonna take her outside, and then when I get back, we're gonna tackle the eyes, because I wanna get the eyes in, because my voice broke like a teenage boy there. I'm gonna get the eyes in and then we'll move on. Right, let's get this puppy's eyes done. Oh, hi. Hi, Miss Borksalot. Welcome back. Oh, good girl. Tiniest little brush known to man. Where is it? Here it is. It's so small. Okay, let's try and get these eyes done. Oh, warning, by the way, before I fully commit to these eyes, they're gonna look really weird until I put the highlights in. They always do. I'm sorry in advance for the possessed looking dog that I'm gonna create. The volume was perfect. She barked, but it's not loud on mic. Oh. Oh. I do have noise suppression on OBS, so maybe that helps, but I know it's still extremely loud. She's got one hefty bark. All right. I'm gonna go get nail brushes. Nail art brushes, sorry. Yeah. Very much work in progress. The eyes, like, I've heard a lot of artists say that you're supposed to do them at the very end, and I just can't. Let's get that other eye in. And then I'll move on to the brown, and then I'll move on to the low light, and then the highlight. This eye is almost entirely black. I think it's like... The dog looks crazy. Oh, it's fine. Really sense me focusing up. It's your method of working. That bit is not something that can be taught. It kind of can. I know what you mean. So I strongly feel that if I talked you through my thinking, first of all, I would need to get better at talking on stream. Specifically talking on an art stream. It uses so much more brain power than the gaming did. There we go. I reckon anybody could like follow along. Honestly, I don't know how Bob Ross used to do the whole talking and painting thing. Right. That's a little better. It's not much better, but it's a little bit. I need the dark blue. Right, let's get that highlight in there just so that it's not quite so creepy. I'll just do a very soft highlight for now. We can always make it brighter later. That'll do. Bit less creepy. Still a little bit creepy. I think that's pretty good. A few artists used to talk whilst doing it on TV back then, but it was so few. And it just... working out what you're going to do next occupies so much of your brain. At least it does for me. I think that's the reason why on Twitch specifically, the artists that I was watching, they tend to talk a bit and then paint a bit and then go back and forth that way. Just so that they don't have to do both at the same time. Especially the artists that do stuff super detailed. I'm liking this so far though. I think I've got her expression down pretty well. I'm really happy with how this one is going so far. We'll see if it like continues that way, but for now, pretty happy. Right, and you have a brown nose. Your nose is brown. Can we see the reference for a second? You sure can. It's going to cover up Midna though. Hang on. Oh. So that is my reference. If I like... pretty good. It's pretty good so far. This is obviously very early stages. How long have I been streaming for? I don't even know how long I've been streaming for. Oh, it's nearly 2, so basically nearly 2 hours. Usually I would have done a lot more in 2 hours. I'm talking and painting. That's just part of the trade-off. But still, 2 hours isn't like a massive amount of time. I need to find a way to have the reference up on screen all the time. I just don't want to block more of the screen, but equally, oh my goodness, the puppy. Boop. Showing it every so often is good. You don't think Alexis has seen the image? Yeah. I need to remember to do that for sure, for sure. You're trying to work out how you're gonna do it via videos. Oh, that's tricky, yeah. I mean, some people would do it like vlog style. It just depends how upbeat you want it to be. Like the vibe. I don't know how to describe that better. There's got to be a better choice of words. And the other thing I think is like you got to decide whether the videos are for you in the future or whether they're for other people, and then that like massively changes the videos as well. Or at least they do in my head. Vibe is good. I'm very much the opposite of streamer brain. Because streamer brain is usually like when you're saying, maybe this is streamer brain. Either way, my speech is deteriorating faster than I can keep track of it. But I'm liking the painting, so you know, as long as it isn't both that's going badly, I don't really mind so much. Okay. Oh, this is going good. I'm very excited about it. Right, and you've got a bit of gum showing here. Kind of like that. Okay, yeah, so more for other people then. That's cool though. Right, what do I want to work on next? Let's go back to the eyes. I don't want to switch back to a bigger brush for a little bit. Yes. Oh. I just felt my hand touch something wet and I was like, oh no. What have I done? There we go. Right, let's get the pink of the toy in, and then I will go back to the rest of the painting. I think that's a good idea. And what kind of brush do I want? Where's my square little brush? There it is. It's square, but it's tiny. It's both. And bright pink. It's not super bright pink on that camera, but on this camera it should be brighter. Isn't that weird? Right, so this camera, look how bright it is here. Do you see where I switched my main camera? I don't even know if Tal is looking for any of that. Tal, just gonna get your attention real quickly, just very briefly look at your second monitor. Look how desaturated that pink is. It's because this is an iPhone and this is a relatively pretty cheap Android. So there we go. Right, that's a lot of pink. Hi. Did you look? Did you see? I know there's a huge delay on this stream, so I don't actually know if you saw or not. I can do it again if you need me to, if you weren't paying attention. You hate that, right? I'm glad that it's not just me now. That's the reason why I was getting so frustrated when you guys were watching me paint the, spoilers mum, but she hasn't even received it yet, the donkey painting. That's why I was getting so angry when you guys were like, it's purple, and I'm like, it's not purple, I swear it's not purple. Oh, it's fine. But then Vice lent me his old iPhone. I don't even know which iPhone it is, but it's tiny and I'm pretty sure it's from like at least 2018. And it's better. It just has like more ability to see more colors. It was pink to you, it was purple to Tal. Well, either way, no one can deny that's pink, right? You'd be like, that's red. Oh, what color is this, Tal? That I'm doing right now? I'm gonna wait for the delay. Oh my goodness. I'm liking Twitch the more that this stream goes on. I've gotta say. It's clearly orange. I wonder if they do glasses that like fix your ability to see color. That's a very vibrant red. Okay, things are still clearly a bit messed up. Because to my eyeballs right now, it's very obviously pink. It's like hot pink. Like you've got Barbie pink and you've got Bratz pink, and this is like Bratz pink. But it's fine. I'd rather people see it as red than purple. At least then there's some saturation going on, you know? Although, I suppose it also depends on your phone screens, right? Because, like, for example, I have my phone screen on nighttime mode permanently. So it's always tinted slightly yellow, orange, or whatever it is. And so on my phone, this would probably come up as red as well. I love acrylic paint. It's so chill. And I think part of the reason why I wasn't super keen on doing the art streams before is because I like forced myself to talk more. I don't really know if that's why people come to art streams. I know that you guys are just here because you're lovely. Everybody that's watching right now is just here for the vibes. But a lot of people just want it for, is it called body doubling? Like, oh, that person's doing something crafty, I'm gonna do something crafty. And so maybe I don't need to talk very much. Maybe, in fact, that's preferable. Who knows? Still working out this whole social media thing. I've been doing it for years and it just gets more confusing every day. Tell you what I am liking though, and I want to find a way to do this on Twitch. If I do end up returning back to Twitch for my streams, I'm undecided still. No view count. I've hidden the view counter. I love that. I want a way to do that. You find acrylic hard to use unless you're doing a flat. I don't know what that means, but I love acrylic paints, but I only love acrylic paints like as much as I do now that I've discovered this stuff. Oh. This stuff. You can get a gloss version as well, but it basically waters down your paint without actually changing the consistency, so it still feels like you're using nice, thick acrylic paint, but it's way more transparent. And so you can build stuff up in layers, and I like that because it means you don't have to mix the perfect color every single time. You can mix a color that's like almost right, it's just a little bit off, and then you can fix it afterwards. You can like color correct. Flat color not using for shading. Yeah, and that's what I mean. That's the reason why I love the acrylic matte medium, or just acrylic medium in general. That's a blob of dry paint. It's just a lot more forgiving being able to apply things in layers. Oh. I just got pink paint all over my ring light. There we go. It's so bright. My eyes. They are bleeding. There we go though. I wish this dog was wearing a pink collar as well. The collar's green, but like, I don't need to leave it as green. Would blue look better? I think like, now you got a pink tinge to everything. It was on the back of the ring light, luckily. I think I'm gonna give this dog a pink collar. I don't know, because she obviously doesn't have a pink collar. No, I'll make it like, because it's camo green in the picture. I'll bring it more towards blue instead. Right, what am I doing now? Let's do a bit of shading. So I'm gonna mix pink with brown. And, oh, I want more blue. I want more blue. Ah. Did she have a scratch? I think I said at the very start of the stream, just in case, because like I said, I can't see the view count. I have no idea how many people are watching this, and quite frankly, I don't want to know. She does unladylike things. Like, for example, cleaning herself. So I'm really sorry if that ends up happening. She's just a dog doing dog things. She can't help being gross. Grody lady. That's you, you're the grody lady. Only sometimes. And the rest of the time you're adorable. Did you know that? You're avoiding looking at me. Why are you avoiding looking at me? Midna. Midna. You're a good girl. Did you know that you're a good girl? It's true. And you're very cute. And you can tell that I was bad-mouthing you, huh? She's so expressive. The column may be green for a reason. I know, it's just like, right, so this is the problem is I try and find the balance between creating a painting that is like, it functions well as a painting, like aesthetically, but also I do need to capture the personality of the pet and anything that may be sentimental to the owner. And so it's kind of a fine line. If we're talking just in terms of color theory, like the fact that this is someone's pet aside, we are just looking at this as a painting and talking about color theory only. Blue, pink, and yellow is like really solid and you don't want to add camo green into that. But equally, that's the color of somebody's beloved pet. I don't know how they feel about that color. They might not care, but they also might be really attached to it. And so I should probably keep it in. It's tricky, you know? Right, I need more red. There's a little bit of red there. Let's use that. Ooh. Unfortunately, I cannot ask them. I don't even know if they know that they're getting this painting, so basically this dog that I'm painting right now, this is a memorial piece. So this pup is no longer with us. And this has been commissioned by a family member of the person that owns the pet. And so I don't even know if that family member would know, honestly. Like, I could ask them. But equally, I did ask them for, like, as many photos of the pet as possible, and I only got 4. Which is still great. You know, I can still work with that. But for example, some other pet commissions that I've done, I've literally received, like, upwards of 20 photos. And so the fact that I only received 4 photos probably means that they aren't super aware of how much the owners like the collar or not, you know what I mean? Oh, now the music's all dramatic and Legend of Zelda-y. Goodness, I like Twilight Princess. Is feedback welcome? Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. You're thinking the name of the stream be Paint Pets with C instead. Ooh, yeah. I thought you meant feedback on the painting, but I also like feedback on thumbnails. I'll be honest, all that I was really thinking when I made that thumbnail was I want a thumbnail that's repeatable, because I don't want to have to make a custom thumbnail every single time I do a pet portrait. That's all that I was thinking. And then after I finish streaming, I can always change the thumbnail. Like I said though, still haven't decided. Are we staying on YouTube? Are we moving back to Twitch? Am I doing one stream on YouTube per month and the rest on Twitch? Who knows? Am I even going to keep streaming? Do I have the time for streams? So many questions. You've toned the pink a lot so the green might work. I just can't see it. Just can't see it. I feel like if I'm doing camo green, I need like a lot more camo green. Like I need it somewhere else as well. I'm not gonna go tinting the shadows camo green though. This is the problem, is I really like clean color schemes. The cleaner the color scheme, the more I'm like, ooh, yes. And the more colors you have, like the less clean it's gonna look. I don't know. I think either way, this is going to end up being a pretty good painting. Just with what I've seen so far, so I'm not too worried. That needs to go though. Dual stream. But I've already got 3 cameras on the go, you know? And how do you dual stream for free? You can't, I don't think. You end up with watermarks. Oh, I don't believe I've talked about this yet. Princess Potato is still in the UK. Princess Potato died right before I left for Canada. She was supposed to go to my brother. I don't know if she ended up getting like fixed up and now my brother has her, or whether she's like just dead. But yeah, I haven't seen Princess since I left last May. I am using Vice's PC, which is a far superior PC. Although, right, I need to talk about this. Vice's PC is great. It's beefy. It can handle some like seriously high resolution games, you know? And in terms of my editing software, it handles it a lot better as well. But the difference between, the number one difference between Vice's PC and Princess Potato that I will say is Princess would never give up. Princess, the fan, would keep going. She would heat up the whole room. You would smell smoke before she would give up on you. She would, like, whatever you told her to do, she was all in. She was a very good PC. Vice's PC, if things get too hard, it just goes, we've encountered an error and are shutting down. And it just shuts down. It just nopes out. And it does it, like, all the time. So... I don't know. I don't know. It's technically a better computer. It's less likely to set the house on fire, right? It's way, in fact, the fact that it shuts off is probably the number one reason why it won't set the house on fire. But there was something really endearing about how hard Princess used to try for me, you know? She tried her best. She was a good girl. Got very attached to that PC, if you can't tell. I do miss her. God, it's been a while since I painted fabric. I don't miss that. It's one of my number one favorite things about painting pets. I don't really tend to wear many clothes. OBS has dual stream built into it now. Oh, I might have to look at it. Oh, I don't like technology. I guess if I can do both, though, I probably should do both. Like, if I'm umming and ahhing about it that much. Or at least a free plugin, yeah, and that's Pretty good. I think the other thing is like, how do I manage two chats? I'm gonna have to work out, because I don't really like having chat on screen anymore. I like being able to see chat and talk to them, but I don't know if I want like a record of chat. I don't know. We're gonna work a lot of things out. I literally didn't even think about social media for like a full year after everything went down. So it's gonna take us a while to get back into it. Right, I'm liking this. Now, you guys can't see the reference photo, but there's like a zigzag chevron style thing going on around the edge. You can merge chats, plenty of plugins for that. Okay, I guess I'll look into it at some point. I'll add that to my list. You've convinced me. Oh, the concentration. So much focus. Oh, camo green. Yeah, I'm not mad about the camo green. It's nowhere near as drastic as I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to hate it a lot more than that. I don't really want to put green anywhere else, though. I guess like a tiny bit here. I'm trying to look at the reference photo and figure out where is slightly greenish. Kind of like that, I guess. You can multi-stream in different formats too, like this style, and then a different for Instagram. Oh my goodness, so many options. I know that YouTube does like automatic reframing for shorts. So like you can stream on like the shorts view. I didn't do that because it was very important to me that I had this whole thing going on and this whole thing going on and like that whole situation down there. I wanted whoever's watching the stream to be able to see all of it. Very important to me that the moopy is seen and appreciated, you know. But other than that, I didn't really think about it that much. There's one thing I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting there to be this much pink painting a white dog. She's so cute as well. She's so cute. The amount of times, like, me or Vice will, like, poke each other and just be like, you need to look at her right now. You need to. This is an order. You cannot miss whatever is going on over there right now. And it's always glorious. I've never looked over and been like, why did you make me do that? Trying to cover up some of these grid pattern a bit better. We're gonna have to really focus in and get rid of the grid soon. For now, just making them just a little bit less visible is good though. Pink is what tones come off the white coat. Right, so when I was looking at my, oh goodness, that's very blue. When I was looking at my reference photo, all I was seeing, ooh, that's a very, right, so this is the cloth that I clean my brushes on, and there's so much paint on it, it made the back of my throat feel a little bit funny, like if wood touches my teeth, like popsicle sticks or something. Ugh, ugh. Shoot, I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, when I was looking at the reference image, I was just seeing the fact that the shadows are very blue tinted and the highlights are very yellow tinted, and I thought that was it. That was not it. It is very subtle, and that's why it's so scary. That's why I was so intimidated by it. Right. Let's brighten this camo slightly. I do like the fact that you guys can see when I'm mixing things. What I didn't like when I was doing the art streams on Twitch is the fact that sometimes I'm mixing stuff and I just disappear, right? I could be doing anything. Whereas now it's like, okay, it's mixing paint time. Even if you can't see exactly what colors I'm mixing because it's too far away, you can kind of, it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. Right, let's get a bigger brush. We're gonna try and get rid of this grid pattern. It's a little bit better. And up here. We'll darken it up again in a bit. I know this is like way too close to bright white at the moment. It can be darkened. That's a bit better. Less grid. Wait till it dries, yeah. Right, slightly darker, shall we? We got white here. Let's put it here. It is yellow brown tinted. So let's go yellow, let's go brown. I don't want it too yellowy brown though, so a tiny bit of blue. Oh, that was way too much blue. Oh, why does blue always do this to me? Oh well, let's commit. Yep, that's what I was concerned about. Like, that's the right tone. It's not the right saturation, but... more white. It has not covered it properly. In fact, the more it's drying, the like more transparent it gets. That's part of the matte medium that I've got. So the matte medium itself is kind of like whitish in color. But then when it dries, it goes transparent. What is done? Wait, I'm confused. What did I say? I've lost track of whatever it was I was talking about, I'm afraid. I do that quite a lot, especially when I'm painting. There we go. That's more like the color I wanted. It's a lot though. No matter, okay. Got it. This is gonna be a big step. It's getting like a real good... Actually, you know what? Before doing this, I'm gonna get some coffee and I'm gonna give Midna a carrot. Okay? So Tal, if you're still lurking in the background, you're going to want to pay attention in about 15 to 20 seconds because I'm going to give her a carrot, okay? There's your warning. Yeah, right? The grid, it like, if I go like front on a bit more, you can kind of see. It's fine. We'll get it gone. I like it because it means that I can't skimp out on the paint. Right. Coffee needs microwaving. Midna snacky. Ooh. How do I do this? There we go. It's a good bit now. There we go, and now my coffee is warm. Let's put it there. How could you hear the crunch from there? Oh my goodness. You all done? She's so far away from the microphone. If you heard that crunch, then... Wow. Was that good? Was that tasty? Let's do this. There we go. The painting is back. I'm sure you didn't mind. That was a good crunch. I'll listen back to it later. Yeah, that's a good girl. There we go. Little snacky for the dog, little warm coffee for me. Oh, some good coffee. What even is the time? We might only have like another half an hour of painting, you know? This might have to be finished in another stream. That's fine though. This has been a really good test. Thank you, like, everyone that showed up in chat, anyone that showed up for views. This is all helping test the system, right? Test the technologicalness. Okay. Let's just go for it. Let's just go for it. I convinced you to make another cup of tea. Not a caffeinated one, surely, Tal. Are you drinking caffeinated tea or is it decaf? You should not be drinking caffeinated anymore. Decaf is for the weak? You're nuts. I don't drink like decaf tea, but we've got like, is it? It's not Bengal tea. Maybe it is. It's got a tiger on the front, so that would make sense. That's the tea that we drink when we want something. It's just because it's too late in the day, Tal. That's all I'm saying. I'm micromanaging your caffeination station. Yeah, that's what we drink when we want something, but we want to sleep. I don't know, me and Vice both have like falling asleep issues, and so we try and be really careful about that kind of stuff. Oh, it's so yellow. I hate it. I hate it. But it's a necessary evil to add depth to the painting. You could slam an energy drink and sleep right away. Now, here's the thing, is I've heard that people with ADHD can do that, but you're on ADHD medication, so you shouldn't be able to do that anymore. Right? I'm pretty sure that's how medication works. Just saying. It did cover up the grid real nicely. It has done that function in a way that pleases me. I don't want the dog looking too dirty. But equally, yellowing is a very common thing on white dogs, so... Have you noticed a difference since I've started taking them? No. I don't know. I mostly listen to you on stream these days. Our dynamic is very much reversed from when you first started watching my channel. So I probably wouldn't really be able to tell, to be honest. I wouldn't be able to tell. Lock me up. That's it. I know I keep giving you, like, nice things. For the record, for anyone that can't tell, where Midna is looking right now is, like, directly at me. So if she's ever looking over here, she's staring straight at me. You're very cute. Yeah, you. You giving them some head tips? Midna, you're cute. You are. Maybe I should unsubbing and throwing you in a bin. You could try. I don't think you could lift me. I forgot what I was saying. I was talking about how cute Midna is, obviously, but like, other than that, it doesn't matter. We'll move on. I don't need to stay on that topic too long. Okay, blending, blendage, blenderemos. Where you going? Right. Oh, that's so dark. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's just very scary right now. There we go. It's looking less like a Chihuahua though. I could be wrong, but I feel like it's looking a lot less like a Chihuahua, and that makes me happy. Oh goodness, my heart. She may keep barking. This is just a thing that you do, huh? You hear something outside and you just get all kinds of mad. You don't need to be mad. They're almost certainly allowed to be there. Thank you for letting me know, okay? Now go and chill your beans. I know I need to chill mine. Oh my goodness. Every time she barks, I go into like, I'm being attacked mode. Because you attack my eardrums. Don't do it again. I can see you thinking about it. You get away from those stairs. Good girl. Good girl. No, she's grumbling. You wouldn't let me. When did it look like that? At the very start, when I did the pencil sketch, I was like, that's a chihuahua. Maybe it was just me that thought that, but it was very chihuahua-esque. Right. Let's get some almost white up in this house. Oh, where would it be? Kind of like, oh wow, that's a hefty block of color. We are getting closer to the front of the painting now though, so I should be using thicker paint. It just scares me. I need to add some of that pink back in as well. You're back with hot chocolate. Yay! Good job. Good job staying away from the caffeine, unless you poured like a Monster Energy into your hot chocolate, which I'm not saying is like a very you thing to do, but if I was told, oh, someone you know poured Monster Energy into their hot chocolate, I would immediately be like, that was Tal. No shadow of a doubt in my mind, that was Tal. So take that as you will. Midna. Oh. I'm gonna put her in a kennel real quick. Hang on. I'm also gonna turn off the Midna stream for now. I'll put up the reference photo instead, because at some point soon Vice will be getting home, and she's being a menace anyway. So there we go. Hopefully that'll keep her nice and chill. She feels like safe in her kennel, so it's not, I don't put her in there because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna punish you. I put her in there because she feels safe. Like, she will still bark, just less, so sorry in advance. This is all acrylic paint, yeah. Yeah. Let's try and turn this slightly so you can see a little bit better. I've always really liked acrylic paint though. The fact that it dries quick enough that you can put several layers on always really appealed to me. And now with acrylic mediums and stuff like that, so I can control exactly how fast it can dry, I like it even more. It's just all round pretty great. So yeah, today I have used, let me just get these together. These. Oh, I'll do it here. These are all of the colours that I have used. There are no other colours that I have used today specifically. I do have a couple more colours. I got my paintbrush in my mouth, which is the reason why I'm speaking funny. Hang on. So I've also got like a really nice bright yellow that I haven't needed to use yet today specifically. And I've also got a green, like this green, that is only useful in very specific situations, but when it is useful, I use a lot of it. What I would say is you pretty much only need primary colors, but yellow as a primary color is very thin. It's very watery, and if you don't like that, I would suggest getting a yellow that's more like this, because it's like fully opaque. You can see on the little square there, that's fully opaque. Whereas this one is like, it's like a half square, which means it's more translucent. Don't know why I'm talking to you about paints. There you go. It is what it is. I think it's almost time for a smaller brush. I've been using a big brush for a little bit. We're getting there. Let's move this across slightly. It's useful. The paint information, I like that. That's good. I don't think I've like perfectly captured the face of this dog. I think maybe the eyes are like bigger in the reference photo. There's some things that still need tweaking, but it's close enough that I'm not too mad about it. She looks more like a puppy in the reference photo. The face is so cute, right? So I got sent 4 photos. And there was actually a photo where she's like sat with her paws crossed and she's looking directly at the camera. She's not chewing anything. We call it like sitting pretty. But I specifically got told by the person that commissioned me, this photo that I'm doing right now looks way more like the actual dog. So can you do this one, please? And I was like, yeah, sure can. I like it when people tell me when a photo looks a lot like the dog, if that makes sense. It makes my job a lot easier. Oh, there was some red in there. Oh no. Get off my canvas. Oh, also I'm not painting on a canvas. I'm painting on stretched paper. So you know when you get paper wet, it like warps. And it goes all wiggly and then it's like, it just makes it look a bit cheap. So there's 2 ways you can go about fixing that. You can either get really, really expensive thick paper, which, to be fair, I have also done. This is also watercolor paper, like the thickest grit I could find. But that's just because I also wanted to be able to make bookmarks out of this. So that has nothing to do, like you can use any thickness paper for what I'm about to describe. For stretching paper, what you do is you get something called gum tape. And you wet your paper and you put it on like a board, and it's got to be pretty thick. I'm going to show you the side of this if I can. So like You don't want to board any thinner than that. And then you wet the gum tape, you put it on the wet paper, the paper dries, it gets stretched. And then if you wet it again, it won't warp, which is lovely. And you can do that with any paper. You could probably do it with printer paper even. And so that's what I like using. I do like using canvases, like actual canvases, more. But then you gotta go out and get one, or you gotta have all the supplies to like stretch a canvas yourself, and but one thing I will say is, to be fair, in terms of stretching paper, I did learn all of that in school. Like, they were really good for teaching us that. Right, let me tip this slightly more towards me and have a proper look at what's going on here. I'm liking the fact that I can't see the grid nearly as much. What is the time? It's just gone 3. So I probably should be like finishing up somewhat soon. And then this will just be like finished in another stream, but I don't know whether it'll be here or where. Your deaf friend does layered pictures, so we'll add different bits separately so it can be moved. Oh, that's cool. You never learned anything like paper stretching back then. That's the first you've heard of it. Totally peaked the life out of my mic. You're gonna want to go back through this stream. I can't speak. I've lost the ability to speak. You're gonna want to go back through this stream later, Martian, because we've had so much Midna puppy action. She's just been jailed. You say that as Martian joins. She hates you, Martian. Yeah, I just started weeping when Martian turned up. I've forgotten everything I was just talking about. We were talking about art in school, weren't we? There we go. You're unloved and unwanted. Yeah, and I like screamed when you turned up for no reason. Oh dear. Okay. Let's get some of this pink and darken it just slightly. Or try to. How's that? That feels like a good amount. Barely darkened it at all, but I'm starting to learn that when you're painting a white dog, barely is still quite a lot. Get some thumb action up in here. And some finger action. Oh my goodness. It's a #1 smudging tool. Your art teacher asks you, do you ever brush your hair? It's a 12-year-old Martian. And then your other art teacher use slurs casually to describe a certain ethnic group. My art teacher, I've got to be honest, was the most classic vanilla out of the factory art teacher that you've ever seen. She taught me for 1 year of art and then disappeared for 6 months to go have a baby, and then came back and like half teached us for another half a year, but like not very well. And she kind of brought her baby to art class a couple of times, and she was quite sweet, but she mostly just told us to like copy good artists, and then at some point we'd find our own style and use what we've learned, and that was it. that was my like my main art teacher. I honestly don't remember her name anymore. Oh my goodness. I'm streaming and I've got you three in my chat. It's kind of giving me old time vibes, you know? Woo, well timed, right? The only difference is, instead of turning up in the chat, Vice is gonna turn up in my house. Which is not like old times. There we go. You're old, so everything seems old time vibes. Oh, my reference photos cut out part of your message. Out of school had that something. Oh, I see. Yeah, there's some very sus. There's some very sus things when you're an artist, but it's just kind of it's part of the territory. No, I liked everyone that turned up to our streams. What I will say is the only people where I was like, I kind of wish they weren't here, are the ones that did cause issues, and even after we're talked to would continue to cause issues. But I don't want us going around and doing any name calling, because this is a new channel, new vibes. At some point there will be new people. And I appreciate everybody that supported me for the old channel, even if they didn't read the rules and guidelines very often. Oh dear. This painting's going better than I thought it would, though. I'm I'm well pleased. My coffee's cold again. You know what? I wonder how possible is it to check my messages? I don't think I can. Why'd you call me out first? No, I think for me, it was very bittersweet because, so for example, there was one member of that old channel who was supporting the channel literally almost as long as you have been. And she was great, but she just kept breaking the rules. And so we had to ask her to leave. And it's situations like that where it's like, that was what I hated most about it. About running a community is when you do have to tell somebody to leave. But when they've received like 8 warnings, sometimes it's just gotta be done. Otherwise a warning isn't a warning anymore, right? You remember that? Yeah. But it's sad. Because it's not like we ever wanted to. Anybody that ever caused an issue on that old channel, we were never like, yeah, I gotta go tell this person off. It's always like, oh man. You remember something now? Yeah. And it was like really hard with her specifically. Because I wanted her to stick around. I was like, please, I don't want you to leave. Please just listen to the warnings we're giving you. I'm begging you. It's my stream starting soon music, I think. I wonder how out of time that is. Right. What should I work on next? I think let's get a small brush. An itsy bitsy tiny brush, and let's do the chevron pattern. You once had to complain to a Discord channel for one of the mods coming into chat to complain, but didn't say who they were. Wait, I'm confused. You're not talking about my Discord, right? But yeah, it's extra difficult when it's the mods. And that's part of the reason why I was so picky about who my moderators were. I know we have a joke of like, you can't have been that picky if Tal was one of your moderators, but like, in all seriousness, I don't know if you remember, Martian, we had our eye on Tal in terms of having her as a moderator for like 2 months. But we were like, we're not going to make her a moderator until she proves beyond shadow of a doubt that she can follow the rules of the channel. Because you were like towing the line, Tal. I'm just going to say that right now. You were towing the line enough that it made us nervous. And we were like, is she going to step over the line or is she okay? We did for ages. And we were just just keeping an eye on you. And then it became very apparent that like you'd worked out where the line was and you would step up to the line, but you wouldn't cross it. And so it was okay. We were like, okay, good. We can make this girl a mod. Because at the time you were like baby. You were baby, right? We just wanted to make extra sure. Back in the days when we barely knew you. Oh my goodness. Little baby Talix. Endearing when I do it, I knew the line. It was just like, for a long time, we were doing that whole unofficial mother thing. And I was like, oh, I'm not sure I like that. And then you really stuck to the unofficial thing, and I was like, okay, that's fine. But yeah. Bless. We got there in the end. We got there, all of us. The floor sauce, yeah. We've reminisced about this stuff, like, quite recently in Tal's streams as well. Who would have thought back then? Now Tal streams way more than I do. Actually, maybe we could have seen that coming. I wasn't exactly super reliable with the whole streaming schedule. The floor sauce, yeah. Doing radio playing jump rope with a line is good fun. Wait, doing radio playing... I don't understand. I don't know what you mean. Martian, we need to have a discussion at some point about the month of July and how brave you feel in terms of traveling. We'll have like a proper discussion about this soon. This is something that me and Vice have talked about. I'm sure you can read between the lines. But yeah. July. Let's get this nose painted up. It's about the right color. Is this a Martian needs a passport conversation? No, this is a Martian doesn't need a passport conversation. This is a how confident does Martian feel about Megabus and maybe a hotel. That is all. But we can talk about this in Discord. I was just too excited and had to bring it up now. Right, let's do this. Martian can drive? I knew that you'd passed your driving test, I just didn't know if you actually had access to a car. This is making me want to play Stardew! Just a little bit of Stardew, it won't hurt. You definitely won't stop painting and go on a super long binge of the Valley. More coffee before it passes the time of day where I can drink coffee. You want to play Phasmo with us? I've been playing with a fella, but he isn't competent to play big maps like you guys. I haven't played in a good long while, so I might not be competent either. But that being said, me and Vice love playing the big maps because we barely play the big maps, and Tal hates it. So whenever we've played with Tal, we don't get to do the big maps. So maybe we should arrange that. I do have to like, we have to do either me or Vice has to lock ourselves in the bedroom and use the really bad laptop mic kind of situation, but we'll work something out. It has got peoply eyes, huh? Let's get like right up in here so you can have a proper look. What do you think, guys? It's getting there. It looks a lot better from front on, huh? It looks a lot more like the, I do remember Tal's old mic. It looks a lot more like the reference photo from straight on. Obviously, it's like warped when it's like this. It's looking at you. She's got nice soft eyes though, so you did do the best you could, and I'm still, to this day, amazed that that laptop could run what we got it to run. That laptop had no right being able to do that. That laptop can barely run Photoshop. Right. Want some purple mixed in. We all did the best we could, Tal. I also just find it really like heartwarming in general how far we've come since then. Me and Vice talk about it a lot. He was a mess of a human being back then. I was a mess of a human being back then. Tal, I know that your life situation wasn't great, and Martian, I don't think yours was particularly great either. I think we're all doing fantastic now in comparison. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm doing amazing, but like, if I'm comparing it to back then, I think we've done fantastic. You're still a mess. Yeah, but you're a mess in your own place, holding down a job that you don't need to travel 3 hours each way for. Yeah, you feel the same as well. I'm glad that we're all doing just better in general. That's a good thing to be able to say. And I wish, like, that was one thing that made me really happy when I updated the community of my old channel on like, oh, I'm back on YouTube and I'm gonna be doing art stuff now and you don't have to follow me, but if you want to follow me, here's where you can find me. Reading through people's messages, just like, they were just kind of like updating me on, oh, it was nice to hear from you and I'm doing good, and oh my goodness, seeing people's names and that they're doing good. I do miss that community so much. It's nice to hear that people are doing well. You have different issues. You might have to move home. I don't think I can let you do that, Tal. I think I'd rather like start a GoFundMe and like I don't think I can let you do that. This is a conversation for another time though. Yours is kind of worse, but you're still here. Well, you've got life updates of your own though, right? We can VC to talk about it. Tal, Marsh, and roomies when. Like, in all seriousness though, yeah. We need a full VC for this. I'll schedule it in. Can't do Wednesday because Tal's got a stupid Zana concert instead of VCing with us. I'm not actually butthurt about it, for the record, Tal. I hope Vice is okay. I suppose he could be on his way home. I'd have no way of knowing. The VC was to me. Oh, okay. Well, we need to still schedule that because you're a busy lady. Cute puppy. Speaking of cute puppy, my puppy is still in jail and I should probably free her. I honestly thought Vice would be home by now, and so I was just going to leave her in there until he got back, but... I'm free after you finish here. Yeah, I can probably do that. You know what? Am I at a good stopping point? I don't really know. I think the thing is I've got all the colours mixed right now and I'm in a good place in terms of getting stuff done, and so I don't quite want to stop yet. But I probably should stop soon anyway, because I said I was going to stop around this time. I'll do like 10 more minutes, unless Vice comes home, and then I'll very quickly wrap up. It's one of those things where you're in the zone, right? Like, I could stop right now, but why would I? And also, my paints, it's kind of like a 50-50 whether they will stay wet for tomorrow or not. Could you not wrap it in cling film? I can. But like, because it's a wet palette, right? So it probably will be fine, but the water slowly seeps through the baking paper. And so it gets more and more diluted. And so even if the paints don't dry out, they could get wrecked anyway. It's a tricky one. The short answer is they may be fine for tomorrow. They may not. I have no way of knowing. It's quite nice being in the zone again, though. That was a little bit bright. Didn't mean for it to be that bright. Let's try dull that down just a smidge. There we go. It was a bit much. Okay. What part should I do next? Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. Other than the fact that I'm obviously very wary of AI, and that's most of the reason why I wouldn't do a face cam, I do some really silly face expressions when I'm painting, and so I'm really glad for those reasons as well that I don't use one. How are we looking? Pretty good, if I do say so myself. Now I need a darker color. I'm gonna need some more baking paper. I might even need to do that before the next stream. I just don't know what else I can paint on. At this point, is baking paper or nothing? Where's my... Oh. Why would I put my coffee next to my water that I'm cleaning my brush in? That's like #1 do not do as an artist. I'm just asking for trouble. Where is my black paint? There it is. It's not really black even, but it's a little darker. So let's do this. It's like a slate grey. You know what? Pink is probably the best for that. There we go. Next stream when? And that's the thing, is I want to look back at this stream first and kind of work out how I feel about it. And then I'll plan whether the next stream is going to be on Twitch or on here. And I also need baking paper. I can just go to the dollar store and get that. So that's not like super pressing. Like, I guess maybe tomorrow? Maybe. I don't really know. You thought the #1 rule is don't put your drink next to the paint cleaning water. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly where I put my coffee. It's right there. It's right next to it. Oh. You're drinking juice and your painting was with the same color your juice was. That's so dangerous. Why would you do that? Oh man. Living life on the edge. Little stripy bits. I think they look cute. Not planned. I would hope not. Okay. I like those stripes. I don't even know if they count as stripes, but... You only mixed it up once. I'm guessing it sounded kind of like that. Right. I think this is where I'm going to call it for today. I think this has got to be where I call it for today. Oh no, I'm still painting. I'm still painting. Just a little more. Okay. Brushes down. Let's have a little look. Ugh, I'll point you guys so you're like front on, front on. And you know what? Let's turn this off. There we go. And what else can go off? Hang on. There we go. So this is where we've gotten to with this painting. That is with my ring light off. That is like normal room lighting. I like where we're at. What reminds you of the film Booksmart? Anyway, this painting is not done. I still need to finish it. I also kind of really want to make a whole bunch of sticker designs. I don't have a printer yet, but I want to make stickers for like as many different breeds of dog as possible because I just think that would be cute. And I want stuff to sell at craft sales and I want them to be dog themed anyway. I just dumped a whole load of information there. What I'm trying to say is more streams. Don't know if they'll be here or if they'll be on Twitch. I gotta watch back this VOD, see what YouTube has done to it. Tal, I am free after this, but I'm gonna need like 5 minutes to sort the puppy out and such. And that's kind of it. Thank you everybody for chilling. I hope you like the painting so far. I will finish it at some point. That's pretty much it for me. Let's see if I can do this. Moopy says bye too. Moopy says bye from jail. Bye everybody.